p.m. is on my socials on MzGee Ghana, MzGee GH on Facebook, MzGee Ghana on YouTube. The Facebook and YouTubers are enjoying it. IG folks, you're being left out of the game. So spread the message to your friends that, okay, we've shifted attention from IG and we're on YouTube and on Facebook. So this is a show that we're allowed to just be ourselves. Myself and my friends, every Wednesday we meet up, we talk about things that we've experienced, the ones that you normally not hear us talk about when we're on radio, on TV, granting interviews, because maybe the conversation doesn't permit us, the environment also doesn't permit us, but once we meet, we definitely have to talk about us. And we're just being us. So take off that judgmental lens and let us be ourselves this evening. Welcome, my name is MzGee, and this is another edition of Just Being Us with MzGee. Now, today, there's a very interesting conversation we're about to have because earlier this week, or was it late last week, we saw a disturbing video on social media that dawned on a lot of us that there's something really happening that some of us might have faced in diverse ways, but we haven't been vocal about it. We didn't use our lenses, our cameras to capture the moment. We didn't even think that it was anything serious until it's beginning to become a conversation that is being had over and over. For that reason, I need you to see this video.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not doing anything.
You are touching me. You are touching me. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not doing anything.
You are touching me. You are touching me. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
You're not doing anything.
You are touching me. You are touching me. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm not doing
Caused a lot of people to have a rethink about harassment, sexual harassment, and the conversations around it. I know that it's one that someone says a decade old, is a century old, and it's conversation that keeps coming back. But a lot of things happen in that video, and people have raised questions and even some funny comments about what actually happened. We know that that's an issue that the police is dealing with, so that's not what we're going to discuss. However, we're about to share how we have been harassed, either sexually, verbally, however, in diverse ways that you might never have heard about us, so that you can also voice out when it happens to you. That's basically the reason for the first segment of this conversation. And like we do it, if you're not new to the show, you know that we take an oath. And yes, we do it some way, it's a pledge, you know, then we let them say that they're going to be themselves. So where do I start from? Okay, so let's start from you. So you want to take a pledge telling us that you would just be you and nothing else. It's like you're laughing because you know you wouldn't be yourself.
Oh, I will be myself.
Okay, so this is Elvis Crystal. Elvis Crystal is an award-winning on-air personality. I'm not sure he wants me to add his network. You want me to?
Oh, you can.
Oh, okay.
We've
So
been ourselves, right?
yes, we are.
so
So he belongs to the Assassin family, and he is a drive time host. He just jumped off radio and decided to come be himself here. So great to have you.
Pleasure to be here.
Okay, so let's have you take your oaths now.
How do you do it?
You pledge just with your own words, so that
Okay,
you are being taken by your own words.
Okay. I'll tell the truth. It's enough.
Just you tell the truth, that's enough. And of course, award-winning comedian, actress. How many of you have seen Ghana Jollof? Madam is in there. And this is her season. This is a season where Jacinta will be moving from one stage to the other. She's already started MCing. I've seen some pictures here and there. Great to have you, Madam Busy. Jacinta Okansi. Harassed Jacinta simply put. Okay, so let's take your oath.
Since it's night, I thought oath was like for group.
This one is the one for night.
Okay, so I think I'm always myself most of the time. That's why I've even been invited to be on this show. So the fact that I am on this show means that I'm ready to be myself. So it is what it is.
Okay, so like we do it, we say a big cheers to ourselves, agreeing to just be us. You know, it's night coffee, and some people are drinking water as well. So whatever you prefer to drink. Now that we've set this ball rolling, most often when people come out, I always want to start with myself, so that it doesn't look like it's a conversation where I'm asking questions. And
But why haven't you taken the oath?
Oh, because I'm going to be myself. Whether I like it or not, I'll definitely have to be myself. So when I saw the video of what had happened to the young lady, it reminded me of few months ago in a banking hall, and people will get surprised when I bring all these stories. I'm sure it happens in a banking hall, and here am I in a crop top and my jeans, and I'm filling a form by the counter, and somebody just walks behind me and rubs his hand behind my waist. And so I thought maybe it was a familiar face. So I was like, let me look, who is this person I met in the banking hall and I didn't know? And I was wearing a mask, so you know, now it's part of the protocol. So I looked, and the guy says, "Oh, bow on a banking hall there." Simply put, you are disturbing us in this banking hall because my back was showing. And I thought through it, and I'm like, should I react the way I'm supposed to react? And I said, well, it's not even important at this point. So I said, then please attend to me quickly and let me leave the banking hall. But when I got home, I kept thinking, I said, hey, banking hall, banking staff. I should have been outside the country to make some good money with this thing that this man has just
It
done.
wasn't a customer, it was a staff.
It was a staff. He walked from the teller and came, passed by me, used his hand behind my waist.
Oh,
Obviously,
did you know who you were?
no, I was in a mask, and he didn't even have to know who I was.
I'm
I was
just asking.
I was just surprised that he had the balls. And then when I turned to look at him, then he said, "Oh, bow on a banking hall," meaning that my back was showing. So for him, it was, you know, what I don't want to say was an eyesore to him, or it was an appeal to just touch what was showing.
More like an excuse for him to go ahead. But I get the question Jacinta is asking. Sometimes sexual harassment is personal. Okay, to an extent, it's personal. So if you know the person, then it's permissible depending on your relationship
with the person.
You get it. That's why she's asking, which I think brings us to the point of having to find out where do we draw the line. In the banking hall, that's a very daring thing.
Before we even talk about what to draw the line, share your experiences, because I know that I work in environments where, just like you're saying, I see my male colleagues and it's like his boobs are popping out like that of a
your male
female.
colleagues.
Yes, and you know, I wouldn't lie to you, I've done it before. I know people who have worked, I say, hey, look at you, you look at your boobs. And like you're saying, he feels that, okay, it's okay to go ahead with that. So I also allow. But to some extent, somebody will say, oh, you're harassing your colleague. So, and then again, there's an issue of whether men even get harassed. So share your experiences with that.
Of course, men get harassed. But let's go a bit into a certain historical analysis of it. Okay, the thing is,
based on you, this is you being yourself.
Yes, because the thing is, men are typically seen as those who hunt and go after hostility. You go after women, you go after things, and usually if you don't get this treatment back, you feel really sad. If you walk up to a lady and she doesn't really give you a good vibe, or puts a hand on your shoulder, try to, you know, usually when girls like you, they touch your shoulder, touch your chest. That's what's, you know, perceived to be.
Not like on the first date, or
no,
when they just meet you.
It's just a chemistry. If it happens, if I, you know, you get what I'm saying. So if you don't get that, you start to feel sad. So usually when women do this towards men see it as sponsorship, scholarship.
Okay, so like she touches you.
They are feeling good.
Hey.
But you see, it's harassment to an extent if you don't like the person, you don't have that connection. In my perspective, I mean, I go to the gym usually. So you see me coming out of the gym, or maybe even on a normal day, wear my suit or whatever I'm wearing, and the chest is popping out. You find ladies like,
hey,
Charlie,
see chest,
you know, maybe at that very moment, I'm not expecting anybody to touch my arm and then, Charlie, your arm, they killed me. These are things people will do to make you feel a certain sexual tension. As to what you want to do with it later depends on you. That's why the connection and it's very personal. If you don't like it, then it's harassment.
So do you feel offended when, so for instance, you go to the gym and then they're like, hey, look at your chest, you know, broad chest and all of that?
Well,
Or you
it
feel
depends
good
on where
about
it's coming from.
So if you like the girl,
If you check the girl on the treadmill already, I mean, that's a different conversation. Like if you don't like her,
then it becomes harassment to you.
Basically, don't come close to you.
I think you should know the difference between sexual harassment and admiration.
Hey, but
Yes, because I think this is more of an instance of admiration.
really,
If you admire
and they're touching you without your
somebody.
permission.
Well, without your permission, in what instance? Maybe you're flaunting your broad chest, and somebody comes.
Well, he can't flaunt his chest again.
No,
I can be
nobody said
myself.
you can now flaunt your chest, but I'm saying that there's a difference between admiring something and, like the video you said, I think the video is a premise for which we're having this conversation. You can't compare that instance to us in the gym. That's like a social place.
No, it's,
where
it can
people
happen.
get- yes, I know. I'm not taking away the fact that it can happen there. But in this case, like in your case, for instance, as I asked, do you know the person? If you already have like a rapport with somebody, unless the person tells you,
So
I
just
don't
let
like
me
what
ask
you
you.
did.
So you have a rapport with, say, even Elvis here, and then he meets you, and then he touches your bum bum. You have a rapport with him. Will you say, okay, it's okay now? We are.
It depends on the friendship you have with somebody.
Mm.
If I walked in here and any of the crew members tapped my bum bum, and then gonna say Christmas.
But have you had instances like that?
Oh, plenty,
Mhm.
a lot.
Mm.
And that is why sometimes when you meet some people like that don't or training, you know, because they think I'm a comedian, so everything goes. Then when they meet me in person, they meet a different kind of Jacinta, and they think that everything should just go hook, line, and sinker.
But even if you were
It doesn't work that way.
in character, I'm
Mhm.
not sure you find it amusing that somebody just walk up stage like
Exactly, but that's the world we live in. People want to do things because they feel it's normal. Like what happened to you in the bank? He feels it is normal, which is not normal. A lot of people have been silenced because they don't want to come off as you're taking things too personal.
Yeah.
They don't want to come off as you
Serious.
two what? This thing he was just playing with you. Oh, she was just joking with you. So a lot of people have been silenced. I know a lot of girls my age, younger than me, older than me, women who were abused as kids. They can't talk. But the question I always want to ask is, I think we find ourselves in a society where when issues about men being harassed come up, the men seem to like it.
That's what I was saying.
really?
Yeah.
Men seem to, because look, take for
Scholarship.
instance, there was one time I saw something on social media about, somebody said something that guys don't like this. We shouldn't, one of those things they say, don't do this to guys. And then the boys can please leave us with
Talk for
us.
yourself.
So it got me thinking, is it that men enjoy being harassed, men enjoy all of that? Because there are certain things you do to a babe. If a girl of 12 years old has been slept with,
That's
let's
the
say
Elvis.
this man, exactly. But if a boy of 12 finds himself in a position where some big auntie, his mother, I know a lot of male friends who will tell you, look, I lost my virginity to one big auntie in my compound, one neighbor who was way older than me. But if the reverse is the case, it is not a joke.
Is it also because you're not allowed most of the time to speak about it because it looks like it is shameful to go and say if a woman harassed a man?
Yeah, that's,
These
that's
are the
that's
issues.
traditional issues.
These are the issues.
It's been ingrained in
So
patriarchal
what is
society.
normal?
Do you understand?
So if for instance at the office somebody is checking you and one day she has the nerves to hold your balls and you're also checking her, you won't
You
complain.
see, so like I keep saying, it's the line is your relationship, your connection,
No,
your
it's
friendship.
a colleague at work who is checking you, and that's how it starts. Somebody is
Yeah,
checking you
but
out. You don't
gee.
necessarily know.
Gee, see, it's the connection. If you don't know the person, then you know that this is wrong for you. But even that, sometimes you may know the person, but where it's happening, so now it becomes jurisdictional or even geographical. Where it's happening can be constructed as sexual harassment. If I really like you and I've been kicking it for like days, we're doing our stuff, but now you meet me at a certain party and you're dropping me, I'll take offense because I would have loved it at a certain place, but not somewhere else. People usually confuse that. That's why she was asking you, do you know him? Because if you know him, maybe you guys are cool somewhere else. But over here, you're not cool.
So let me ask you, Jacinta. So in cases where people have met you and touched you in ways that you don't like, what did you do? Did you slap them?
I've slapped somebody before. I'm not gonna lie.
You slapped them. What did they do to you? They
I've
touched
slapped a
your
grown
bum bum.
man before.
Oh,
What
gee.
even happened? I don't know if you've been in that situation before where somebody stylishly touches you in a funny way and acts like they didn't touch you.
Like how?
It could be in public.
a lot.
Yes, it happens in public transport. It happens. Yes, that reminds me. Years ago when I was in school, I was in Trotsky one day, and then we were just going. And this man, that time I wasn't even this plenty. I was moderate. And then this man just went. I just thought I said, "They crazy." So people in the bus were like,
What happened?
I'm like, see, if you not arrange yourself, I'm gonna arrange you the night.
That's like Niger.
Like the Lagos
You
city
know,
came out.
you know, that one you see more God and create people that
They got me like
you know.
I was already my head was full that day, like I was hot that day. So it happens a lot. It happens plenty. I say I've slapped somebody before.
You said so. This grown man shared the experience. What really happened?
The one in the trust.
No, the one that you slap. You know.
Oh, me, I slapped him straight. And he was like, like he was speaking to like, how will you slap a man? I said, you are a man. If they are counting money. So you that you've seen a girl that you don't know, you are touching the girl in a funny way.
So was it like
he was trying to deny.
What do you?
Where was I? Yes, it was a shop. It was a shop. I was outside waiting for my friends to arrive because I wanted to pick something and then proceed somewhere else. So I just came in. And we stood in it. You know, I don't know how they do it. There's a way they look for a way to stylishly.
It's intentional.
You know, they do it.
It's funny.
So I didn't know when I bam.
Oh, there, you just reacted like that.
Oh yes.
I was afraid
it.
that, you know, especially when a man, that he would now
You will
go
kill
really
me,
physical with you.
You will kill me. You go show me gun.
See, do we talk about the trust?
You know,
Even-
sometimes
even
it's just
men.
impulse.
Even
like,
men.
Men face this in trust killing.
Yeah.
Like,
A girl, you're sitting at the back seat. Listen, if you're watching this, trust key. What's the name of that back? Is it 207, 207 something?
207.
It's 207, right? The big one, when you go to the back seats. Usually, people like to sit on the tire area. When you sit there, a lady is sitting in the corner, and she wants to pass. Yeah, she's checking you long time, and she's about to pass, you know, in front of you. You know, when you want to move in trust key like that, you can't just get up and walk smoothly. You're gonna have to like jostle yourself through it. So sometimes you will sit in the video before you balance more.
And there are those people who will sit by the window and want everybody to pass by them.
Charlie,
And they intentionally use their knee
yeah,
to rub them part of
this
you.
chick will pass and intentionally do as if she's falling and fall on you, right? Just you have to notice. You have to see what she's endowed with.
So in a case like that, what would you do? You enjoy the falling on you.
No, it's in the passing. So it's usually men take a little while to process stuff. So when it happens, you're probably wondering what just happened. Before you realize she's gotten off, right? And then you're probably wondering, how do I bring this to her attention? Now, if I bring it to her attention or make it public, would I be going crazy? People see I'm going crazy. Because they've done it in a very obscure manner. That's what, in her case, it's obscure.
So it means that it's not ever going to go away, this issue about we being harassed, because only a few people can voice out. Because I remember, before we go on the break, I remember a few months ago, it could be a year or even more than, somebody tweeted and said that they love a certain musicians, you know,
But
and people were enraged on social media. They said, if it was a man saying this about a woman, what would the reaction have been like? But the woman was comfortable talking about it and even tweeting about it. And so and I don't. When I read it initially, I'm like, okay, there's somebody's fantasy in something like she has. So I'm beginning to realize that it's not a conversation that will go away any day soon.
But if somebody has written that you like certain features about somebody, as long as the person is not openly putting the person in a situation where the person is unsafe.
So if somebody goes to tweet now that I love Jacinta's bum bum, will you be comfortable?
Have you seen my bum bum?
That's where you can see it in your outfit.
But I don't really even show my bum bum.
But I can see it. No, but will you be comfortable with the thing?
Well,
like,
I've
will you look
gotten
at it
loads
like,
of comments like
will you look
that.
at it as like a compliment? Or you
Well,
look at it as
well,
harassment?
it's not everybody that is as educated as you and I. Some people really have good intentions, but the way they'll say it. So as a public person, I will not say I've come to be comfortable. I've come to understand that not everybody has the sense that you have. So it's better you just take a lot of things as, and you move on. Not because you're stupid or you don't know how to fight back. But there are some people that really like you genuinely. Maybe they may not come off as the way you would want it. But it's just when I get guys in my day, Charlie, body no. It doesn't mean that if they get me as breakfast, they will eat. It's just, you know, it's something they see. Oh, but it's okay. But there was a comment that someone tweeted at me one day, and that was the one that I said, nah, I took a screenshot of it, I sent it to my manager, and they were like, just leave it. The person was like, Charlie, you the day I get the rape, I go rape you.
Oh, geez.
Do you understand? That was on
extreme.
Twitter. If I wanted to take it up, I would have, you know, but I decided to give myself peace because I know that not everybody has this one. You see, I would have decided to rant, banter, back and forth. I asked myself, do I really want to do this with an idiot? Sorry to say, because it was just plain stupid.
Well, let's get, but when we come back, I'll ask you, Elvis, and then we'll look at the perception that it has to be your fault in a certain way for you to get harassed. We're taking a quick break. We're joining the conversation with your messages already And remember that soon we'll also activate the phone lines and you can be part of the conversation. Please stay.
To Dam's Premium Travel and Tours. We offer services like airline ticketing and reservation. With the airline ticketing, we provide the cheapest flight ticket to any part of the world. Hotel booking, tour packages, visa assistance. With the visa assistance, we help you with all the required visa documents to enable you acquire a visa, passport and birth certificates. Please don't fall into the fraudulent hands. Come to us for your genuine passports. Car rentals. With Dan's Premium Travel and Tours, your security is assured. You can locate us at Jowolo, opposite the Jowolo Special School, or call us on 0302 790 353 or 0501 642 057. Dan's Premium Travel and Tours.
Media expert. Sound, audio, video, events, branding, rentals, and more. Visit us on www.thinkmediaexpert.com or call 050 729 8601.
To Dam's Premium Travel and Tours. We offer services like airline ticketing and reservation. With the airline ticketing, we provide the cheapest flight ticket to any part of the world. Hotel booking, tour packages, visa assistance. With the visa assistance, we help you with all the required visa documents to enable you acquire a visa, passport and birth certificates. Please don't fall into the fraudulent hands. Come to us for your genuine passports. Car rentals. With Dan's Premium Travel and Tours, your security is assured. You can locate us at Jowolo, opposite the Jowolo Special School, or call us .
So welcome back. This is Just Being Asked with me, MzGee, right here. Remember, there's a Think Media production. Now, we've been talking about harassment sexually, or however you think that you've been harassed, on the premise of the video we saw of a young lady in a car being harassed by a policeman. You know that the police have taken the issue up. So we have left that for them. But we were talking about our personal lives and the kind of harassment we've seen around us and what we make of it. Now, before we took the break, Jacinta shared how she's been harassed. I also shared, Elvis also shared. So for those of you who just joined us, Jacinta is an award-winning comedian and actress, and Elvis Crystal works with Asasi here in Accra. He's a drive time host, and he's also an award-winning on-air personality. My name is MzGee, if you just tune in. Now, let's move to why people think that when you're harassed, like for instance, when I shared my story, the man who touched me, you know, without me even thinking it was appropriate, of course it wasn't appropriate, felt that the back of my body was showing, or my back was showing, and towards my waistline was showing, because I was in a crop top and I'd come to the banking hall. He felt that it was enough to touch me. So people will actually say that, oh, what did you do for you to get harassed? What were you wearing? Especially for women, that's what they ask us. What were you wearing? Are you sure you were in an appropriate attire and all of that? How do you, as a man, begin to, you know, analyze things like this? Because for me, like you said, you're in the gym, and so for all you know, your chest is broad, is showing, there's some skin pinica, you know, looking all good. Would that warrant any lady to touch, even hit your back and say, hey, let's say?
It's not warranted. I mean, it's completely wrong. Earlier in our conversation, we shared, you know, how permissible it is based on relationship and even locations and jurisdictions that you find yourself. So if a lady just slaps my bum without me giving the permission, of course it's not warranted. What I'm wearing shouldn't incentivize you to sexually harass me. Because when you look at it from a woman's perspective, a woman dressed in a certain way. So Jacinta is dressed like this, and her kneecap is showing a bit, and then you feel that's enough reason to walk up to her and say, hey, if I get you tonight, please, you know, verbally harassing her. It's completely wrong. So if you find a woman wearing anything, some women are clad in clothes that are not even so up to their thigh, but they're being sexually harassed.
That's true.
So now think about the beach. So why are we not having men throng the beach and do whatever they can there? It means there's a problem with how people perceive what people wear and juxtaposing it with harassment. It's completely wrong. If you think that it's right based on what she wears, then everybody should go to the beach, and then you can go and harass women on the beach. But you're not doing that. So why then would you do that in any other environment?
Maybe at the beach they do. It's just that people are not able to.
And the women are going back to the beach.
But what can we do? So we would say, so for instance, the banking hall where I was
So you go
harassed,
to the
I
banking
won't go to the banking hall again. You know, but you made some complaints, you know, recently when we were with the IGP. You said when people see you, just by your accent, her own harassment is not even sexual yet. It says the police, when they hear accent, they are harassing her. Nigeria, that kind of thing. So it even goes beyond just your appearance. Even your voice, you know, is
subject to all of that harassment. Yes, it is.
So is it your fault now that you speak the way you speak?
It's not my fault. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Forget about it. But we're going to move right away from harassment to something else that caught my attention on
But you know,
social media.
before we move forward, you know, I think what a woman wears shouldn't strike any form of enticing for you to harass her. Because I think everything is home training. If you have sense, you have sense. If you don't have sense, you don't have sense. Because harassment goes beyond just seeing a woman nicely dressed. So those men who harass and fiddle with children, what's the motive? Do you want to tell us that they were not properly dressed? Do you want to tell us that they were wearing skimpy clothing and that was what attracted you? You know, if you don't have any moral standing, you don't have it. People should be free to wear whatever they want to wear as long as it makes them comfortable. And if it doesn't appeal to you, you should mind your business. And I think that's just it. That conversation of what did you wear? How did you attract it? I'm wearing it because I'm comfortable. If it is not acceptable by law, then let me be arrested. So it is not in your place to harass somebody simply because you feel that the person is not dressing the way you think the person should be dressing. So I think that's just basically the point.
Can I add a bit to
Sure,
your
you
question?
can.
See, when we talk about harassment, we're saying things such as dressing as we brought this up. If you dress in a certain way, in a certain environment, it doesn't warrant harassment. But sometimes how you dress in a certain environment, which shouldn't be the reason why someone should harass you. It might impede on someone else's productivity. Okay? So if, for example, you work at a bank and then you wear a very hot black dress, like the devil in a black dress, and you're in the banking hall because you work there, then it's wrong. But it doesn't mean someone should harass you. You see, they shouldn't pass comments and send you text messages and videos to just yield some sexual intentions. What that individual needs to do, if you're affected by what you wear in a certain environment that doesn't permit such dressing, is to report to the HR. So HR should have a sexual harassment policy. So when somebody reports it, then they can talk to you nicely and say, oh, we don't allow this here. But don't go and talk to her.
Well, we hope that that's the case, because I've heard cases where HRs have actually not really condoned but cover up for top staff, like they call them. This person, we can't let this person go. So it's either, but this is nothing, like you're saying, this is nothing. So forget about, we've called them to order.
And if you're not careful, you're the one who will be blacklisted.
That is true.
Because there are people that are untouchable, so you don't fight them. You just swallow it, you soak it in, and then...
Yeah, because he's touched her, so she's making a case out
the
of
women tell you, hey, so what? Has no one been touching you? I've heard all those kind of things before.
And the other ones they say, you have a lot of male friends, so why won't they touch you? Why would this happen? You don't hear things before.
Someone said something to me, and it was like, but you, Jacinta, you are nice, so if someone touches you, cry.
You should feel privileged. Hey, well, let's go to the next conversation. I'm sure the sexual harassment conversation will continue in your homes, and when we activate the phone lines, you will definitely be part of the conversation. So now, this is what I saw on social media. So there's a lady by name Young Female Programmer. She tweets and says, so my hubby comes home one day and says a certain contract he's bidding for. The person in charge, woman, she puts in quotes, wants him to F her. When I say F her, you understand, like sleep with her, before giving the contract. Trust me, I have only one response, and her response to her husband was, babe, make sure you get that contract. Hey, I got excited by this one, and I'm so eager to hear you first as a man, your thought about this. So you come home, even if it wasn't your wife, your partner, just mere girlfriend. First off, would you have the balls to go tell her that my boss says until I lay her down, she's not signing the contract?
Yeah, I should be able to tell my partner this.
You sure? You don't do it behind them?
Oh, no.
Quietly and wipe your mouth.
It depends. It depends. You should be able to tell your partner anything that's happening in your house. I mean, if you're married to your partner and you guys have that relationship.
Marriage,
oh yeah, so it depends on
the relationship.
If it's an open conversation relationship, why won't you say?
You're not afraid that she'll say once you do it, I leave you, and you also need the money.
But here's the case: the lady says, "Do it and bring the money back."
This is the lady saying it, but I'm saying to you as a man.
So if my chemistry with my partner means we communicate clearly, then I'll tell her that, Charlie, this is what's happening in my office, and the madam says this.
And so what she says, do it, you go and do it.
Few questions before I do that. I might even decide to do it.
So let me hear the questions first.
First question: how does this affect me? Because I need to.
You pay.
Yeah, it's about me. Because I can't just allow my wife or my partner to pay me just like that, because she feels she can get some. Yeah, she can get some benefits out of it. For all you know, it's the power plays are not on the same level. Maybe I'm telling you because I'm not comfortable with it. So that should tell you one thing. They're not comfortable. They come and tell you. If they like the lady, they will pass the back. So if he's able to come tell you, then it means that he doesn't like what's going on.
So what I deduce from what you're saying, that if you really like the lady, you wouldn't have come to your partner.
It's not about me, it's about the story.
It's not about you. No, we're putting you in the story now.
With me. It's not like I'm coming straight to tell my partner that I don't like. If I like to, I'm going to tell you that.
So let me go and eat and come.
Oh, no. It depends on how you converse.
Stop it.
No, if you converse about it properly.
At a certain point, see, let me tell you the truth. If I found myself in this situation and say I wasn't married, and so I'll go and do it and come. After all, what? Meet and bohum. Why are you lying to? Why are you lying to anybody? You know, and there's not going to be a guarantee that this person. So in this case, not my husband, just like boyfriend, girlfriend. There's no guarantee that I'll even end up being with the person. So why am I even going to? I'm talking about money.
If it's like you say, if it's a marriage, then this is a different
no, you're not married, dating, so you cannot say talk about marriage.
If it's dating, you're looking at the benefits here. If for me as a person,
you bring the money back to the same girl.
Oh wait. Monkey the rubber the chop. If you go and work on this and you find that you might get more benefit than having, you might decide to say, okay, this one I'll keep quiet because I need to go build a house and do all the things I want to do. But if it's something that is completely crass, this lady is not something, you come and tell your partner, Charlie, this is what's going on. And you might not be able to be comfortable with it. You get what I'm saying? But for some relationships, they are open. They say everything. And the partner might tell, let me tell you something. There was a time I dated somebody. And there was a woman who was interested in me, another woman. And I told the partner that I had. And she felt it was okay because to her it feels good. I'm like, it feels good, really? That's not
money.
No, that's not the response I expect from you. You know, I expect you to tell me.
Because I'll come back to you and say, me too, I have an older guy.
Next thing I know, there's a guy who has a plantation somewhere,
yes,
just a tundra. I have. Because there's something going on in the background. If you tell your own, they condone it because they are on to they happen. You
see that thing. So how about we agreeing that, Charlie, so long as we haven't settled yet, you go and do, let me also go and do. When we come back, we come back.
I'm a Ghana.
It's happening. It's not like it's not happening. Jacinta, but what I want to ask you is that if you were this woman and your partner came to you,
do it. It's now left to me to decide if I want to be with you.
Hey.
Or not.
That's the problem.
Yes.
Because some people will say, go and do it.
Exactly. I won't tell you go and do it so that tomorrow you will not say, nah, me send you. Do it if you want to do it. You're an adult. You're responsible for whatever decisions you make in life. If you feel it is a sweet mistake you want to make, be ready to live with it and be responsible for the consequences or whatever might come as a result of your actions. Don't come and look for who to tag along so that tomorrow you say, we did this together. Please, you were alone. You took the decision to do it all by yourself. So I'll ask you, my dear, do you want to do it? Do you like her? Is it something you want to do? Okay.
But if you found yourself in this position, would you have told your partner?
I will ask myself first, do you want to do it?
It's not about you want to do it. It's money or contract.
I tell my partner, well, if we have that relationship where we talk about everything, it's not all partners that discuss everything. There are some marriages that are like, boss and employee. Sa, ma. Which means I don't pray to find myself in that kind of situation. So I believe that I would have a partner that I can be very vocal with. So I'll tell you.
So will you tell him expecting that he says, oh, go and do it and come?
Definitely he will not. You see, it's easy for a woman to allow her husband to go and sleep outside and come. But there is no man, let's not lie, there is no man that will know that his babe has gone to chop somewhere and come back. So if it's a relationship that I know that I'll keep, let's not lie, we are being ourselves. I will not tell you. It's the truth. Let's be very honest.
Jacinta,
there's no way a man will know that somebody, even ordinary hugging you, men are like that in nature. They like to guard their territories.
If he doesn't like you,
a man who cheats, you and I, women, God gave us that heart. Sometimes, you see, there are so many things I want to ask God when I meet him. God gave us that heart that, you know what, we are enduring. We have this enduring spirit. That is why it is easy that you see a man has plenty wives in this part of the world. You never see woman who get plenty husband before.
No, we never in South Africa.
Do you understand? So I think that there is no man who would be happy that his babe has gone to do something somewhere and has come back and he will embrace you. Lie.
There could be
but
men
you see,
like that.
it's a lie.
There could be men like that.
There's not everybody.
It depends on the benefit. That's why I mentioned benefits.
Forget benefit. There's no man. See, no matter how poor a man is, his ego, he will never pay for anything.
It may happen.
In the world.
The only thing that will change later. The only thing that will change later.
Exactly. So something has changed.
Yeah. In the interim, he likes it. It's happening. He gets his cars. Exactly.
So then there's nothing to
so he has gained it and he allowed it. So after a while, when he's comfortable,
why am I in a relationship with you?
Say, oh, you cry. You want to sleep.
When he's comfortable now, he'll throw it back to you.
Nah,
you get what I'm saying? So that's it.
So there's no point deceiving yourself that there's no way a woman will tell a man that I've gone to chop outside and come back. A man can admit that, yes. But the day a woman admits that I've gone to chop my body outside and come back, if the man they look you like this before, like this is good. That's the truth. Let's not even mince words.
Well, there's a lot angles to
women
this.
Well, but you just said that it will not be the same.
Yeah, it won't be the same.
Never be the same.
But look at yourself and you yourself. Like, say for instance, I was your babe and I came and say, hey, Sally, there's some media work somewhere. I need to go.
Why you should have started talking about it in the first place?
No, because like Jacinta said, she's thrown the challenge. Said no man,
nobody, no man.
She says no man.
I think there could be men. Just that it will change after a while.
I'm yet to see. Even friends with benefits, right? Friends with benefits. A man, watch very well. I've seen instances where They are even just friends. They are not dating. He got to find out just recently. I had an issue like that. He got to find out that, oh, this girl that they are using to console each other, you know, spiritually and sexually, has gone to do something somewhere. And his initial, when he called me, I said, why are you worried? Is she your baby? Why does it disturb you? He was, you know, I was really hoping that it will grow from this to something. So if you wanted it to grow into a relationship, then you should have stated it. Because she doesn't owe you any loyalty. So how much more somebody that you claim
owes you loyalty?
No.
Anyway, let's take another break. When we are back, we have the concluding part and the part where you can call in to be part of the conversation. So we are back to announce the phone lines and you join the conversation after this break. Remember that it's Just Being Us with MzGee.
Think Media Expert. Sound, audio, video, events, branding, rentals, and more. Visit us on www.thinkmediaexpert.com or call 050-729-860. Audio, video, events, branding, rentals, and more. Visit us on www.thinkmediaexpert.com or call 050-729-8601.
Just Being Us with me, MzGee. I have Jacinta, or can say harassed Jacinta, who is an award-winning comedian and actress, and also Elvis Crystal, I say Elvis. Elvis Crystal from Asasi Radio. He's a drive time host, and of course, he's an award-winning OAP. And we'll be talking sexual harassment now. We talked about, you know, a contract that has somebody having to lay down for their boss and how they feel about it. Now we're going to the last part of the conversation, and this is where you also come in. So let me now announce the phone lines whilst I read the question of the day to them. So the phone lines are, if you want to call or if you want to send a message, is 0591 508065. 0591 508065. That's the number you can call us on. 0591 508065, and that's the number to call on. So the question of the day goes like this. As a public figure, would you prefer posting your partner and making your relationship public, or you prefer keeping your partner off social media? They were laughing. So what do you start with? Do we do ladies first here? Jacinta.
There are so many reasons why you would decide to post or not post your partner.
But you?
Yeah.
What are the reasons you will post or not?
I don't mind. I don't mind posting my partner on social media as long as we're not living our lives on social media. I mean, if you're in love, there are things you just do naturally, not because you want to spite anyone or you want to show that you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a fiance. No. But then you need to ask yourself if you're mentally and emotionally strong to handle what it comes with. Because like you said, as a public person, I'm a public person. People are in my business. It's left to me to decide, do I want all of this in my business? Do I need all these people in my business? Also, your partner's opinion also counts. Is he a public person as well? Does he like all of that attention? For somebody like me, most of the time, I'm always with somebody who doesn't like camera, who doesn't want all of that.
Sometimes people say it's just because, they say all of that because there could be somebody else somewhere.
Oh, definitely.
And so they don't want...
I'm not a social media person. I'm not a social media. Why are you there? Why are you on the social media?
There's somebody else somewhere.
Me, I don't mind. I will put it out there.
Eish.
Who wants to see should see. If it end, the end, we move.
Chai.
It's life. It's
have you ever posted a partner before?
Yes, I have.
I've never seen anything like that. Like, I follow you, now style you take to do the caption.
No. I wrote.
This is the love of my life.
No, I don't need to write love of my life. I don't need to do it that way. But I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's life. It's natural. But I think that people always. Some people are not strong enough to handle what it comes with. So that's why I said, know yourself and know what works for you. If it's something you can do, do it. If it's not something you cannot do, don't follow people and be doing what everybody's. Me, I don't mind posting my partner if we are in a position where we've decided that it's nothing.
So you have to be in a position where you decided. So it has to be like...
Yes, it's not just about you.
Okay, so you sit there and say, oh, can I post you actually on social media?
No, I've seen a situation where even... A friend of mine was with her boyfriend that day. She was just taking a video. And then the guy reacted, you're always taking pictures and videos. And the guy was like, yeah, I need to create memories. And the guy said, so what happens if all this doesn't go well? My sister run. You know? So all these little things, like I said, it's excitement, it's fun. So if you're always agitated with camera and phone, it's even worse than me posting you. You see, if you don't want people to know that you're with me, so what are you hiding? What are you running away from?
We are waiting for the appropriate time to post.
Fine, that's what I'm saying. So we need to have that understanding that, okay, it's not like I can take videos and pictures. They're on my phone. I may not be posting them, you see. But you don't even want to be on camera at all. Nobody should even see that we have a picture or video together. My sister,
Elvis.
Oh, well, I'll post you.
Hey!
I mean, if it's a conversation we've had, I mean, I think there has to be a conversation about it. You know why? Because individuals they have their own lives and preferences before you met them. You are enjoying your fame. Do you think she wants that? Because it comes with a lot of things. And social media is even funny now. The trolls are too much.
That's the thing.
You post your partner, you are happy. You like everything that she comes with. You know, hey, so Elvis hey, so this is what you landed on. You know, so you have to know whether your partner is mentally strong and mentally tough to know that they can go through that. If they're okay with it, then go. Then you discuss. Even the discussion goes as far as how often would you post? Don't forget, sometimes businesses come from there.
Hey, they're posting.
Oh, social media.
Okay.
Business comes from there.
Okay.
And some people who want to give you business, they be looking at what's happening on your page.
Who is trolling you for what reason?
Or even your partner, you've posted your partner online. And then there's a business from another woman who wants to contract you for an MC work or something. Maybe she really wants something with you.
Like, but if I have to hide my partner because
you're not hiding.
Not give me food.
I'm not saying you're hiding your partner. It's a discussion you're doing.
This is how problems start.
Jacinta, let me land. You're discussing how often you should post. That is a discussion between you and your partner. Even posting kids is a question. Me, I have family members, my big brothers, and I don't post them because they don't want that life. Yes, if they want that life, I will know. If they don't want it to, I'll know. So it's a partner conversation. You need to have that convo and know where you guys are comfortable. So
you would prefer to secure your business than post your partner?
That's not the point. The point is if the business is important and my partner is also equally important, the conversation has to go with my partner. Charlie, what do we do? You know? Then we discuss how we go about it.
Well.
You know, everything is part now.
I personally do not mind posting my partner. As a person, I don't mind. Yes, I have.
But when a relationship goes wrong, I remember... I remember a relationship that went wrong. You know, the person was a public figure. She also had a public figure boyfriend. And they were posting, they prepared our eyes.
Sure.
Now, when the relationship went wrong, somebody came to write, online in-laws, we want to know what happened.
Great. So you see, that's why I said you need to know if you are ready for what it comes with. Because it's not just about posting. We will come for you. We are there to analyze this relationship since you have brought it to us. So me, I feel I'm tough. I may not be tough enough, but I think that so far so good. I'm doing well with myself and how I handle certain social media negativity. So now it's now left to my partner. It's not a life he's used to. It's not something he sees every day. Can you stand it? You know, I was in a talking stage with someone some time ago, and we were just talking, and he was like, can you post me? I said, of course I can. He said, you can't try. I said, I can post. But the question is, are you ready for what it will come with? Because there are men sitting down somewhere that are like me. They can come at you with gun. No, I told him, I said, are you ready? Because we have a post. And then we laughed about it, and he was like, he doesn't really have a problem with it. Like, you can post, right? I don't care. I said, that's what you say. But it needs to come from a place of, you know, confidence. That, yes, I'm sure I want you to post. I don't mind.
But what's happening when you are posting and the other party is not posting? So you are posting constantly. And the person is not posting. So you are posting your girl, you are posting your guy. He's not posting you, she's not posting you.
Yeah, there's a question mark there.
Maybe I'm doing advertising. I don't know.
You know what people write on their pages? Advertise your business here. So you're advertising.
It's advertising business.
So it's a thing. Should it be a conversation, like I said? And what's the frequency of it?
But if the person says, yeah, you can post me, but me, I won't post you. I saw some guy.
You know why? MzGee, you know why it's good to post sometimes? Maybe not spill the entire bean, but post sometimes. It can reveal some really nice hidden truth to you.
Of course.
Yes. Post.
But you must be ready for what comes with that hidden truth.
Post. If you can handle what it comes with. But know that it will I had an experience. I'm sure you know the person. I posted
the one that we've heard about.
Yes,
okay.
The Snapchat.
The famous actor.
Snapchat, not knowing
it wasn't Snapchat.
Not knowing that Madame was outside the country. She's a fan. She follows me. She loves my work. And then she started noticing that, Charlie, some dinner dates, some lunch, some outing somewhere. And then the questions started coming. Hey. Me, innocently, I didn't know that I was causing trouble in paradise.
Your fan is sweating you.
I didn't know. So when she came, the whole family began to follow me. Brothers, uncles.
Really?
They tell you. Follow me, monitoring everything. And then not knowing that uncle was lying. That, this is boss said about me. May I crash him? If I wasn't posting, I would have been living a fool's paradise, thinking that everything is good because this person says the sweetest things. This person knows. See, is it sweet mouth? Forget. But imagine if I didn't. Maybe dinner, this, that you post with your clear conscience that okay, this is just
you trying to make things work.
You will just be there thinking that all is well. Then when they come for you, you think it's Satan. So yes, sometimes it's just good to put it out there that Charlie.
If you want to know how many you are, post.
So you post to know how many you are.
Oh yeah, there's that too. You post and you know how many you guys are. You know who is first and second.
A friend in America was dating a girl in Ghana. The day he posted the girl, some two chairmen they texted him.
The chairmen were on social media.
Oh yeah.
No, WhatsApp. Not even the loud social media. WhatsApp. Someone said, hey, Charlie, my small girl that last weekend I go with them to the send pictures. This is the girl that he wants to marry.
But sometimes it's very dangerous when you post and then you get such feedback. Because sometimes there are people who also want to gain your space and destroy stuff. We can't act like we don't know that
too. If you love somebody, see, MzGee, even somebody who has been a prostitute before they marry. So in that case, when he told me, I said, you like the girl. It doesn't matter. Are you a virgin? I asked him, are you a virgin? You are not. So what's your problem? Whatever has happened between this person and that person,
that's their
own wahala. If it's somebody you care about, you stay with her. After all, she didn't tell you she's perfect. She didn't tell you she's married. So it's your choice. So like I said, if you're ready with what it comes with, if you are dating me and you post my picture and an ex comes and says, this girl, she's mad. I like madness. I love her like that. Exactly. So it's you being ready for what you are bargaining for.
Well, unfortunately, I have a message from the producer that says that we can see some of the calls coming through, but due to technical hitches, I don't know which one that is. We can't pick. We apologize. Okay, so I've read that from the producer. I don't know if you have any questions to ask each other. I am done asking questions, and it's time for us to say bye-bye if you don't have any questions to ask. There are no questions?
No questions.
No questions? Okay, you have questions?
No, I don't.
Ida, she doesn't have a question. So I've enjoyed my time here, from talking about sexual harassment to all that, you know, open relationship stuff, close, but I will do it and wash our mouth, you know, cover it and come back and come and say nothing happened and all of that here with Elvis Crystal.
Unless you're chopping somebody's own, don't post it.
Or even that, if you post, you won't see whether you go feel withstand blows. Post.
Well, sometimes you can be chopping, you post and you claim.
I have 4 boys, don't post it.
Anyway, so somebody sent me a message earlier that today Jacinta is going to be on. They're going to be laughing all through. But this is the serious.
You see,
I was going to say the serious est. There's nothing like that. But this girl has been very, very serious for once.
You see, I'm a serious human being. You people just don't know. You don't see.
But it's been fun hanging out with Jacinta, harassed Jacinta, who is a comedian and an actress. She's many, many, many things. Now, music, she never starts singing. If she starts to sing now, we'll know. And Elvis Crystal, who works with Asasi as a drive time host and award-winning on-air personality. My name is MzGee. Thank you so much for joining us. I've seen some of your messages. Unfortunately, time will not allow me to go back on Facebook to read them. But thank you so much for joining us. And next time, do call. I hear some of you tried calling, but we'll try to fix it. I think I should get another number. Ghana card into you. Means me in your number. So I'll get my Ghana card and I'll get a number you can reach us on. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good evening. We appreciate you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.